Ta 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 ta.
Hi guys, and welcome to this talk about the result of the first semi-final. I have with me five guys here, so I'm in very good company. And I am already convinced that they are very, very thrilled about this result. Some of them are at least a bit more than others. So the guys I have with me, that is Jacques from the Netherlands. Then it's Luc from Romania. It's Pavel.
No, Malta.
Oh yeah, sorry, Luc.
Romania.
Yeah, my God.
Where is Romania?
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry,
Woo!
and
Okay, don't worry.
and
Don't worry.
and then I have Pavel, who's Polish but now living in the UK, and Miljan from Serbia, and finally good morning to Greg from Australia.
Morning.
And we now have a comment from Kadir, who is so sad for Romania. What do you guys think about Romania not making it?
I'm happy.
Well,
Why should
I was very disappointed with the performance. She was completely off key.
Yeah.
The whole stage presentation was great. I love the idea, and I had actually Romania on my list of personal qualifiers. But watching that, I just wrote actually down in my notes that the inner demons took her voice. So I think that's what happened. I'm sad for them, but oh well.
Yeah, I completely agree with Pavel. I really like the stage presentation, how they presented with the inner demons, and there was one particular dancer who was really scary and like took her and stuff, and it was really cool. But her voice, I mean, where is her voice? You know, and even her. I mean, that completely lost it for me. I was like concentrating on her voice, on why she was so off key, and I mean, I really like the song.
It's very clear she can sing the song live without all the technology that's put in the studio version. But this is one of the acts. This is one of the acts that could have profited from the allowed pre-recorded vocals and the technology, the vocoder she could have used. I'm very amazed that she didn't use any of the technology which is allowed to be used at Eurovision. It would have sounded better, but I'm glad that she didn't come through with that bad performance. I mean, that wasn't deserved for the final, and very, very, very well done, Europe, not choosing this song to go through.
For me, with Romania, I had it between Romania and Norway, who would get the last and 10th spot with me. And in the end, Tix just convinced me he had a much stronger performance tonight. So
all I'll say about Romania was I saw a rooftop performance of her unplugged, and I connected with her song, and then I understood what she's saying. But other than that performance, she was a bit flat tonight. I feel really sorry for those people that support Romania.
We have a comment here. Do you think that Norway or Sweden didn't deserve the ticket to the grand final?
Yes, I agree.
Both of them didn't deserve the place in the final.
Yes,
I think they were both awful.
Yes.
It was horrible performances. I did think watching Norway, thinking I don't like the song, but they might do it. I think if I would have to choose between them two, who really didn't deserve, it was Sweden. I think it was, compared to other countries, like
Croatia could have taken the place. I don't understand. I think people just voted. The votes were just going because it's Sweden, and I'm like.
With regard to me, I think well, both of them I thought that they were going to, and they actually did. Sweden, I think it's a jury pleader, so maybe that's why it got through. Norway, I mean, the first time that I listened to it, I really liked it, but then it just got down and down and down. Tonight, when I saw it, I mean, he was like playing the victim card, you know? It was like crying and taking off his. I mean, okay, yeah, we get it, you know, and I can understand why he did it, but I think maybe he got to because of that and not because of maybe being better than other songs. Yeah,
May
I think so.
Something?
Maybe that's why, man.
Charlotte, may I say something about tonight's show?
Yeah.
I found only one country that really deserved to get through to the finals, and none of the other countries deserved it, because I really think this was a very, very bad semi-finals. Only Malta deserved it because that was a stellar performance. That girl has power, and although it was not the best performance I've seen so far of her, she can do a lot better than this. But this was a show, and this was a performance that said, I am going to win this semi-final. All the others were just doing something of a routine, but it didn't say, yes, I am going for the finals. I am going to win Eurovision. None of the countries did. Only Malta did.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think there was about 6 to 8 songs I really liked, and there was 2 or 3 that I didn't think I would like that I enjoyed, and there was 2 or 3 I thought I would really enjoy and I didn't. So like Belgium for me, like out of the quality of the song, and I respect them getting through, but for me, I wouldn't have voted for Belgium. But I don't think it was like one good song personally. I would have been happy if sort of 6 to 8 went through for my personal preferences.
But which qualifiers in general are you most satisfied? If we just go by you all, if we start with you, Craig.
Well, personally, Ukraine for me has grown a lot the last few weeks, and I'm really happy Ukraine went through. I'm very happy Malta went through. I thought she just went for it. I really thought she put her heart into it. Israel surprised me, but I think that deserved to go through in the end. And Azerbaijan, for me, like the studio version was one thing, but when I saw it live, I really enjoyed it. For me, I black out the week before the Eurovision, so the stage show to me, I see it for the first time on the night. And yeah, I thought those 4 particularly really deserved their spots.
And Miriam?
Well, I'm over the moon for Russia, but I knew that they would come through. They're my number 2 overall. Lithuania, of course. Ukraine, although I'm not such a big fan of the song in comparison to last year. Ukraine. Belgium, because I didn't expect them to come through. They have a very good song. I love Belgium. Azerbaijan, of course. Who else was there? Well, nobody else actually. Cyprus, of course. Yeah, Cyprus. Although she didn't sing that good live as I expected, but I don't agree with Jacques about Malta. And we've never experienced at Eurovision that right before the last song, the host pushes the act and says that's now a unique act or whatever she said. I didn't really listen. I have to rewind later. But we never had the host pushing one country in the live show. It's very shady, and we know the shenanigans Malta has pulled in the past, and for that I wouldn't like them to win at all. I don't agree at all with that. No.
And Pavel?
Well, obviously Malta. Well, I knew this was going to happen, and Russia grew on me because I didn't like the song at the beginning, but then I was like, wow, and the performance, I was like over the moon. Obviously, Ukraine. It was. I mean, like I had very mixed feelings about that song before, but the performance, I was like, no, this absolutely. absolutely have to go through, and obviously it did. So the Israel, that was a borderline, but I'm happy because I like the performance. It was it just looked very professional, maybe a little like automatic. Everything was just like done like that. But yeah, overall, there's only one winner this year, and it's Malta. So yeah.
Hopefully.
And that's a good way to go over to Luke. Aside from Malta, which one are you most happy for?
Okay. So basically, tonight I got 9 out of 10. The only one that I didn't get was Israel, but I can get why she got 2. And I can't understand why Croatia didn't get 2, because I don't like the song, but I like the performance very much. So actually, I'm quite happy with the result. But I'm going to mention 2 songs that I really didn't like, and when I watched tonight, were absolutely amazing for me. The first one was Russia. I mean, when I saw, this was like my bottom 5, and when I saw it tonight, I was like, oh my God, this was actually really, really good. And I really like the part when she turns around and she sings to the like the big screen, like with all the small screens of other Russian women, and it was like amazing. And the other one that I really grew on me tonight was Belgium. I mean, Belgium, when I saw it, it was like so good, and they made it so perfection. And I really loved the part when, by the way, the singer is amazing of Belgium. She's so good. And she's like, she captivates me all the time. Like when I saw her, like, oh my God, and they have a really good shot when the singer is singing and there's this backing vocal with the tambourine, and it's like in the back, and that shot was perfection for me. And it really distinguishes between those countries that actually put like 100% in their effort, even like with this small, simple camera works that actually work. And then there's other countries, like for example, Slovenia for me was a disaster tonight. I mean, they didn't have a chance, and then, oh my God, Okay, I'm going to stop. Thank you.
You'll get a chance to speak later. First, Jacques, before we take some comments.
Well, I've said it before. For me, there was only one country that deserved to go through the finals, and I can't even come up with 3 more countries. Well, I can come up with 3 more countries that are basically okay-ish, and that's Lithuania, Belgium, and Sweden. And that's only because there is nothing better than that, and even that's not very good. In any other year, these countries would have not qualified for the finals. I think this is really a very, very bad semi-final. Fortunately, the show was great. They did have great performances. They really took advantage of the stage and the LED screens and all the imagery. But the songs, it is a song contest after all, and the songs were just shite.
And we have a comment from Sten Vinlø, who says he's happy for Norway because of the symbolism, and Cyprus because it provoked old-fashioned religious leaders that are so much out of touch with reality.
And does he mean that they should not be included in the finals, or what is his comment?
No, he's happy about them.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay.
What do you guys think about Cyprus making it?
I love it. she didn't sing that well as I expected, but I love it, and I don't think it has anything to do with religious leaders or something. It's just bad interpretation of the lyrics, because it's singing about being in love with somebody who's bad for you, and for ages songs have been marking the bad man in your life as the devil. So it has absolutely nothing to do with religion, and I think giving in to the church, which interprets it wrong, is just making it worse. So just ignore the church. I'm a theologian, I studied theology, and I say just ignore the church commenting on such things. It's nonsense, just nonsense. But great song, great performance. It could be better, of course, but it's still good, and it's Eurovision, so yeah.
It's an okay song. But it's nothing more than that.
Yep.
And before we move on again, we have Heather Brand commenting, Tix is phenomenal.
The phenomenon is actually super boring, undeserved qualifier. That's my comment, sorry, but no.
Well, whatever I think about Tix, he's the #1 selling and streaming artist in Norway. Like, he's beat some massive international names. So he hasn't just come from nowhere. So I respect him and I know his backstory. And I don't think he was going for sympathy vote. I think he just maybe was overcome. And look, you know, he's most probably he's going to help a lot of people that go through a similar thing in life. So if he helps some kid that's getting bullied at school, or helps someone that's going through that to make a stand, then even if it's just one person, the song, hey, in the middle for me. But if it helps someone in their life make a stand, I'm okay with that.
And Craig, I would like to know, this is the first time that Australia hasn't reached the final. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I think in one of the early videos, I said I'm a huge Montaigne fan. Like, I've seen her live at music festivals. This particular song was just not a song that really resonated with me. And I just feel like the on-tape performance, it could have helped us or hurt us. But to be honest, when I actually watched it for the first time, her performance today on tape, I thought it was better than I thought. And yeah, I don't know how everyone else feels, but in Australia, most probably, most people that aren't super fans watch the delayed telecast. So most of Australia most probably won't really know about it for about another 12 hours till this evening. But yeah, I'm sad for her, but I think that the song maybe just wasn't quite there this year for us. So.
And Luke, I can imagine that you otherwise are really, really excited.
Yes, I'm really excited. I think, I mean, it's not me being biased, but I think we were actually the best one in this semifinal. But I saw a part of Italy and I saw a part of France, and I think we have a great competition in the final from those two particular songs, because they are so different and there's absolutely nothing like them in the final. So I think those are the ones to look out for.
Sorry, I have to jump in there. I think we never had a situation where on the bookies where the first two places were by any of the big five. Yeah. We never had that.
Yeah.
And it would be absolutely phenomenal for either France or Italy to win, because it would be phenomenal.
Yeah, and Italy have always like sent quality songs, you know. Yeah. Now for me, I personally don't really like the Italian song, and I don't really like the French song, but I can get why they are one of the favorites, you know, because the French song has a certain like professionalism, and I can see why, you know, people will get it. And Italy is like pure rock, and all the rock lovers will go behind it for sure. So yeah, but I'm really proud of Destiny, and I'm really happy that Malta got through. I mean, for us to get through, it's a big deal, okay? Because more often than not, we don't get through. So I'm really happy, and I'm really happy with the performance. I'm really, really happy with the performance. So yeah, I'm happy night for me.
And I will make you.
Malta's my number 2 this year.
I will
This
make
year,
you
Malta's my number 2.
Bring it to number 1.
She's number 2 at the bookings at the moment. She's at
She's number 2 at the bookings
at the moment. She passed. Just as we were speaking.
So, guys, we also have a question from Sandra Saska Antik. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Asking where's Balkan, because in fact the Balkan countries, North Macedonia, Slovenia, Croatia, they are all out. Milian, was this expected from you?
Not for Croatia. I was sure Croatia was going to come through because Croatia has a great song, and on many fans lists she was on high place. For Macedonia and for Slovenia, I expected not to come through because Macedonia's song was like Act 2 of a musical, and you have to watch it in a theater to get it in a context of a story. Like a separate song, it doesn't work. And Slovenia, you have a white woman from one of the whitest countries in Europe trying to sing black gospel. No, doesn't work. And I think Charlie Mason is overrated as a text writer. So that's the price you pay for trying to be this fake. It was too fake, and I'm sorry. I really hope Serbia will come through. Then we will get all the votes from the Balkan countries, but it didn't come through. So
exactly, yeah.
That will be good for us. But I'm afraid after Croatia not making it through, I'm really afraid for Hurricane.
Yeah. Well, with the Balkan countries in this first semi-final, I was disappointed with Croatia, definitely, because the fact that they didn't go through, I was sure actually, and when I was actually scoring the songs tonight, I've given Croatia 5 points out of my 10 qualifiers, and it was very, very sad. With Slovenia, I kind of was sure this is not going to happen. With North Macedonia, it was a little bit like mentioned before, a part of something bigger, definitely. But we've got a few Balkan countries left on Thursday, and I'm not gonna say which one, but I hope one of them will actually come last in the semi-final. But that just.
It'll be good if Serbia makes a final, because the other 3 Balkan countries will have to give them their points.
You may say you don't want Serbia to come through. I'm not. I won't be mad. I won't be mad.
He won't go loco.
To be honest, I'm completely honest with you. I've got Serbia as a completely last place this year.
It's okay. That's okay.
And but Croatia got it for Croatia, because I think it could go through instead of Norway or Sweden, definitely. But hey ho, we always get surprised, and we can all get together and talk about it and have a nice discussion, and that's what's beautiful about Eurovision.
Yeah.
Well, in
Croatia's
the end,
the one song. I think with Croatia, if it had escaped the semi-final, it would have done okay in the final. So it just had to get out the semi, and I think it would have done all right. But there you are. That's what semis. There's always surprises, I guess.
So
I think can I say something?
Okay, tiny bit.
Can I think Croatia. What happened with Croatia is that she was like the victim of the female pop songs. Like we had 3 female pop songs that got through, and Croatia was the one that lost to it. And I was aware, and I was like thinking my 10th place was like either Croatia or Israel, and I was not sure, but I thought Croatia would go through because she got the better performance, but then Israel got through. So I think that's what happened with Croatia. Slovenia, it didn't have a chance, and North Macedonia, I went into this semi thinking that it doesn't have a chance, but then I watched the performance that he was actually a good singer, like really good. But obviously the song was not that great. So yeah,
he's the best male vocal in the whole contest this year. But
absolutely. I
totally guys, we have a comment here, which I think we should then sort of round this up with Kadir saying, for me, it was one of the strongest semifinals in the history of Eurovision. What do you think?
It's a matter of taste, and
I think Jacques should say that.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of the Eurovision Song Contest. It's all a matter of taste, and no one can say from one song it's totally rubbish when other people think it's great. So it's a matter of taste, and for me,
actually,
it was the worst semi-finals ever. Because I think only Malta deserved to go through to the finals. But hey, that's my opinion, and it values for nothing. So it's just a matter of taste.
Yeah.
I think it was up there. I don't think it was the best, but I think it was pretty solid, like a good year.
If we just take a quick round to all of you, asking which one you are most sad about tonight didn't make it. If we start with you, Jacques.
None.
That's fair.
No, I find it sad for Australia because Montaigne had to sit up so long, and I don't know whether she expected to qualify, but there is quite a difference in time between Europe and Australia, and when you have to sit through such a long night and then get not qualified, that's not the best you can think of. So I feel sorry for Australia.
Yeah, and Luke.
I don't know. Maybe Romania, because she didn't have like the best vocal. So so maybe she didn't have the best vocal. So I'm sad for her for not having the best performance that she can give. So maybe that's the thing. But other than that, I'm quite happy with who went through. I mean, I'm quite satisfied.
And Pavel?
I've actually messaged saying that the moment when you were asking the question, I had a problem with the connection and didn't fully hear it, actually.
Which country, if any, are you most sad about not making it?
Croatia. Definitely Croatia, the ones that didn't make. It was a good show. It was a decent song. They've really pulled their boat out, and yeah, we won't see them on Saturday. It's really sad.
And Miljan?
Also Croatia, because since 1999 they didn't have such a good song. I think the staging and the costumes were wrong, but I love her dancers. I watched those dancers actually live with a big Croatian star last year before the pandemic. But I have to say this on songs that lose. I mean, nobody can take you the songs. You can listen to the songs and watch the performances in perpetuity. So in the end, it's just a show. And if you like the songs, you like them and you listen to them, even if they didn't come through to the finals. So let's be happy about having the songs at all.
And Greg?
I agree with Pavel and Miljan. For me, was Croatia. I listened to that song. I danced to it around the house. I don't know what went wrong, but maybe it's like someone said before, there's 4 female bangers with Azerbaijan and like Malta. Then you've got Croatia and Israel. You can't have 4 songs like that go to the final, and I think she was the one that.
And Cyprus.
And I'm sad about. Yeah, and so I'm sad. Yeah, true. I'm sad about that. So how can I forget Cyprus? Sorry.
So, guys, I would like to say thank you for taking part tonight. I've been told that the qualifiers press conference has just started, so I think it's time we all put our attention to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will see you all on Thursday evening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Yes, see you. Bye. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.